guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be the 11th month update for Pan That palette and the 100th update for my baby Pan That palette. I've been working on that sucker forever. So let's get into it. The theme for this year was panning solitaire. That theme was created by Erin, and this is a Fantastic Ladies collaboration theme. I've had so much fun with this project. I loved the idea, but I am so excited to start next year's Pan That palette. I'm just trying to get through the next month and call it quits on this Pan That palette. I'm kind of over it, but let's start with my baby Pan That palette. As most of you know, I've been panning a duo for what seems like forever. It's been really taking a long time. There's months where I've completely ignored it, and then for the last couple months I've just been using it every single day. I've been doing this look over and over and over again to try and finish off this baby Pan That palette. The baby Pan That palette was originally a Lancome duo that came in a little compact. It was like a gift with purchase, but when I decided to start working on it, I repotted it into I repressed it into this Pure Go Nude palette, which was my Pan That palette for 2018. So let me show you a quick clip of what this looked like last month. And this is what it looks like today. I'm sure you can imagine my disappointment. I was trying so hard to finish these two off by today and I just couldn't do it. There's just the slightest bit left. I mean, it is ridiculous, you guys. That's all I have left on those two. And I wanted them to be completely empty for today, but it didn't happen, and I've worn them every single day that I could wear them. I've been doing Throwing Shade Thursday with Jessica. So one day a week, I'm cheating on my eyeshadows and pulling from my stash. One day a month, I do a Get Ready With Me with Verity. So I have plenty of distractions. But outside of those, I am using these two shadows every day, and I have been for like 2 months to try and finish them off. And it's probably gonna take like a week. So they will be gone by the end of this year, and I will definitely have 2 more eyeshadows in my empties for this year. But man, am I disappointed in that. This is still my brow powder that I'm using every single day. I know some people are still asking if I'm going to depot this shade out of this palette by the end of the year and put this in a magnetic palette. I'm not gonna do that. I've mentioned this before, but this shade is a combination of 2 shadows that were the original part of this palette. I've repressed other shadows into this palette several times over the last couple years, but this shade is part of the original palette. And in order for me to say this is a panned palette, I need to finish that. So I'm gonna keep working on it. I know it would be nice to have this in my empties for 2020, but it won't be. So unfortunately, I'm gonna keep using this as my brow powder for however long it takes, and this will be in my 2021 empties. I know that's frustrating for a lot of you, but I am a patient person and I can wait. So that's the plan. Once these 2 shadows are gone, I am gonna spend the rest of this year playing around with all the other shadows that I have in projects and enjoy the last couple weeks before starting my Pan That palette for 2021. And I will be introducing a new baby Pan That palette at that time. So that's what's going on with this guy. One last look. By my update next month, these better be goners. Okay, let's move on to my Pan That palette. Again, the theme was panning solitaire, and the point was to start with a single, a duo, and work your way up progressively until you couldn't do any more. Trio, quad, quint, 6-pan palette. pan palette, up and up and up. Some people have done some amazing things with this project this year. So use the hashtag panning solitaire either here on YouTube or over on Instagram to take a look at how everybody has done, because I'm telling you, some people have done some amazing things. I did horrible. I'm just gonna say it. I did horrible with panning solitaire this year. I did horrible. Let me just show you where we're at today, and we'll talk about what the plans are for these guys for the next month. My single is the Sephora single in Outrageous Metallic Beige. I love this shadow. I enjoy it very much. It's soft, it's buttery, it's very smooth, it's metallic, there's no glitter. It reminds me a lot of the Natasha Denona formula. It's just a really great eyeshadow, kind of a gel formula. Yeah, the best way I could describe this is kind of like a Natasha Denona shadow. I don't think I used it at all in the past month, so it looks about the same as it did last update. I love this shade. This is a ton of product. I never really expected to finish. I mean, I'm always kind of optimistic, like maybe I can finish it, but I never realistically expected to pan this entire eyeshadow this year. But I was hoping to hit pan, and I haven't even done that. So horrible, horrible job. I've just been ignoring this. I've been focusing on that baby pan, that palette for the last 2 months, and this has been ignored. For my duo, I went with the Smashbox sample of the Full Exposure palette, and I did use the matte shadow a couple more times in the past month for some looks, but I basically ignored this top shimmery shade the entire year. If I wanted a shimmery kind of golden shade, I went for this one every time over this one. So, but I did use this matte one a few times, and obviously I do have pan showing, so that's nice. For my trio, I went with this Physicians Formula Baked Oatmeal Trio, and a couple of months ago I did finish this top shade right here, so that is like so that is definitely the best progress out of this entire project. I did finish one shade, but basically after finishing that one shade, I have ignored these two. I put it away, and I've kind of forgotten about it. I don't know if you guys heard me make this claim, but back in January, I told you guys that if nothing else, I wanted this palette out. I wanted this trio out of my stash. I wanted to finish this. This was gonna be my priority. Nothing was gonna get in my way. And everything has gotten in my way. I've completely forgotten this even existed, which is very disappointing. After finishing the shade in that trio, I rolled in a quad. That is my Milani Foil Eyeshine in 03 Florence. I don't think I used this at all in the past month. I think it looks exactly the same. I'm telling you, I've just been going for this eye look right here every single day, and this eye look doesn't use any of these shadows. But I'm so focused on getting that baby pan, that palette finished, that that's my priority. So I hate to come on here with like no good news. I just feel like this is such a downer of an update, but that's where we're at today. I will be posting the finale to this project on December 31st. I like to do that. I like to do my Pan That Palette finale on December 31st, so that on January 1st I could do my introduction for next year's Pan That Palette. I am very flexible with my dates for posting. Like I try to be consistent, but I'm also flexible. But that one I like to stick to. Pan That Palette finale on December 31st, intro on the 1st. So look forward to that. I'm really excited to bring in a new palette. I will be working on a new palette for next year. I've already picked out my palette for next year, and I'm really excited to start working on it. And it's a palette I've never used even once, which is a little crazy, but I have faith. I have faith that I'm gonna love it. I like the color story. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. As far as Baby Pan That Palette, I received a lot of input from you guys that I should make my Baby Pan That Palette next year one of these three, since I did not finish any of them, and I've been giving that a lot of thought, and I agree. I think I should do that. I have not decided 100% that I'm going to choose one of these three. I'm still gonna leave it open, and I haven't chosen which of these three it would be. But I think I am going to make one of these three small palettes that I did not finish in panning solitaire this year, my baby panette palette, to start working on in January. I'm leaning towards this one because I already have pan and it's just a duo. But you know, there's only 2 shades left in this one too, and I really want this one out. The packaging is broken, it's bulky, so I'm thinking one of these two will be my baby panette palette next year, but I'm gonna take the next month to give it some more thought and make a decision on December 31st. All right, guys, that is it for this update. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing so you could follow along with my Pan That Palette journey for 2021. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.